Hello lovelies and welcome. Today we're going into a flow, and as I usually say, take care of yourself. If you have restrictions or any injuries, or if something for any reason doesn't feel okay, you always can come out. You can pause the video and always come back another day when you feel more energized and when you want that kind of spiciness to it. We're gonna go ahead and get started on the back. And when you come down, I want you today to keep your knees bent. So allowing the spine to come down, meeting with the mat. You can bring your knees together and widen your feet a little bit apart. And today, if you want a little bit of grounding, I invite you to place one hand to the belly and the other one a little bit higher. It can be heart space or somewhere to the chest. And for a few moments, focusing on your own touch. So this very simple grounding technique that brings us a little bit more to here, to now. Next time you exhale, soften something. It could be your foot soles or just your belly, nose, or something else. And then when you're ready to, you're gonna start to gather your knees in towards one another. And today we're gonna widen the knees out and towards the armpits. So you want there to be a little bit of a stretch happening towards the inner thighs already. And if this is enough for you, you could stay right here, or you can bend the knees into a 90-degree angle about and grab hold of the outer edges of the feet. And so give yourself a little bit of time to move, or maybe even stretch one leg or the other. It's quite nice to move around if you have space. You might notice how tight your hamstrings are. I'm just taking a few more moments here. Arriving. One last round of breath. And then gently guiding the knees back towards one another. And we're gonna start to find a little bit of momentum to rock up and over to hands and knees. So meeting me in a tabletop. And you're gonna go straight into cat-cow movement. So finding your spine here, and allowing spinal movements to come through. And I invite you to today tap into how your pelvis and your hips are feeling as you're moving in your cats and cows. So many times when we move the spine, we kind of concentrate ourselves to just move, the upper spine. But in order for everything to move, you need to have freedom in the hips and also your neck. So if it feels good, you can start to break a little bit free from the pattern of cats and cows and wiggle around. Good. Just continuing with this. Big breaths and spiraling into the sides of the rib cage, maybe allowing the hips to come down and forward. So again, that freedom of hips. Beautiful. And the next time you inhale, you're gonna start to puff the heart forward, forward, forward. Bring the shoulders over the hands and then lower the heart down to the ground. Pause for a moment and then slide on to the belly. Point the toes back. And then as you inhale, lift your hands and your heart off the mat. Allow the toenails to really ground down to the floor, pubic bone down and forward. Hold this and just feel. Good. I invite you to reach the arms back like wings. And now kick your heels towards your glutes without grabbing hold of the legs. And just charge up the whole back line of the body. Really allowing the heart to move forward, up, forward, up, forward, up, maybe even lifting the knees a little bit up higher off the floor. Good. Hold one more inhale. And then exhale softly, tuck the toes. Hands slides a little bit further back from the shoulders. So you're gonna press back to child's pose. Meeting in child, 1 round of breath here. Big inhale, and slow exhale. Inhale, round forward, hands and knees, angry cat shape. Exhale, neutralize. I'm gonna turn the right shin bone out to the right, left foot meets the back of the mat. And then slide the left arm up towards sky. Hold here, 1 inhale. As you exhale, see if you can lift the right knee off the floor, just to hover and hold. Beautiful. 1 more inhale here. And then exhale, left hand is gonna come down, you pivot on the left toes, you step right foot forward, top of the mat. Now come to your fingertips, and as you inhale, allow the heart and the hips to move forward. As you exhale, you're gonna press back to a long pyramid shape. You walk your hands back slightly. You're gonna stay here, lift halfway and lengthen, lift up high to the back tippy toes. Now pull on your right outer hip back and see if you can lift the ball of the right foot as you lower in a little bit deeper. Press the fingertips away from yourself. Good. You can wiggle your toes a little bit, left, right, so you rotate the whole leg bones, or all of your leg bones. The next inhale, start to rebend. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. And then pause and check back in. What can you soften? And where can you create more space? The next inhale, you're gonna start to round yourself forward. High plank. And the next exhale, pause, feel. Feel the balls of the feet planting down towards the ground, hands meeting in the mat. Back of the heart lifting up towards sky. Next inhale, shift forward. Exhale, you're gonna lower down for 3 and 2 and 1. Point the toes back. Now 3 cobras of your own choice. So find a little bit of freedom here to move up and down, 3 rounds of breath. Finding your cobra expression. Maybe eyes can close so you can tap in a little bit deeper into all of what you're feeling. Good, 1 more. On your own. And then towards child's pose. Hips to heels. Pausing there again, 1 round of breath. What is moving through you now? What can you sense back into? Next inhale, start to round forward. Hands and knees. Exhale, neutralize through the spine. Shift the left shin bone out to the left. Right leg grows out behind you. Right arm lifts. 1 inhale, find a little bit more space between your arms and your heart. So you find that expansion. As you exhale, press it down and see if you can lift the left knee. Just to hover off the mat. Hold this, cinch the left side waist. And then exhale, right hand comes down, you pivot on your right toes, and you're gonna step left foot forward, top of the mat, coming to your fingertips again. As you inhale, drop your hips, your heart forward. Hold, feel the opening around your hips, your pelvis. Exhale, stretch it longer, long pyramid pose. Pause here. Lift halfway, lengthen, inhale. So you come up high to the back tippy toes, and as you exhale, you're gonna pull left outer hip back to lift the ball of the left foot. Nice. And again, if you want, you can rotate the foot and the leg a little bit. Nice to feel into those layers as they start to open. And then starting to rebend. Left knee, inhale. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Pause, check back in. Good. Next inhale, round it forward, high plank. Exhale 1 more time, all the way down to the belly. Pointing toes back. 1 cobra expression. And today, slide the hands up and then back beside you and beside the curves of the waist. And then as you exhale, tuck the toes, press down to lift up, upward dog. Hold here, one inhale, and exhale towards downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a moment to stretch into the sides of the body. Press into your feet even slightly. Then inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, top of the mat. Widen your sitting bones away from one another, and then step both of your feet forward, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, elongate and lengthen. And exhale, fold and just feel. Big breaths. Can you soften through the neck more, maybe rock a little bit, side to side. I'm doing great. The next inhale, you're gonna lift halfway, lengthen and grow. As you exhale, fingertips down. Lean the weight into your left foot and see if you can lift your right foot off the floor, off the mat, just to hover. So it's like a millimeter or a centimeter hovering. Good, hold this, one inhale, one exhale. Nice. Next inhale, slide the right leg back into the air. More parallel to the floor. You can walk your hands so that they're more underneath your shoulders, even on an angle, like a little bit further away from yourself. Hold this. And start to pulsate your right heel up and down. So notice that you have also a micro bend or a big bend into the standing leg. You're pressing left heel down, and we'll start to pulsate for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot comes down, lower right knee. Inhale, low lunge. Nice. Lift the arms up, up, up. And then exhale, palms together, bend through the elbows and press back of the head to the heels of the hands to open and broaden. Let the hips come a little bit further down without collapsing into the lower back. Good, hold for one more inhale. And then exhale, press into your left heel. Lengthen left leg and bring the fingertips down to the ground. Good. Lift the ball of the left foot. Inhale, halfway. Lift, lengthen. And then exhale, bow down a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Now lift halfway, lift, lengthen. Back your hips a little bit further back, just as far as they go. You can bring your heel with you a little bit. You're gonna start to press into your hands around the upper back and see if you can lift your left heel to hover. So it's a lot of contraction happening here. You're gonna hold this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, wave forward up, high lunge, tuck the toes, gather inner thighs to lift up. Beautiful. One inhale. And then exhale, three-legged dog. Hands down. Left leg out, back behind you. Bend through the knee and open up from the hip. Let that go. Left leg is high. You can gaze underneath your left armpit. One more inhale. One more exhale. Beautiful. Lift the right knee now high. Exhale, come forward, shift your shoulders over your hands and bring the right knee to hover off the mat. So we're going back to something that looks like a tabletop, but it's not. You're gonna hover for 3, for 2, for 1. Right knee comes down. You're gonna turn right shin bone out again. Left foot down to the back of the mat, open through the left arm, inhale. And then exhale, we're gonna spiral and bring left arm under and through. And then you're gonna open again. And then exhale, spiral. So heart moves down as much as it goes. It's a little bit of lubrication here. One more time like this, opening as you inhale. And then exhaling, lubricating, spine rotating. Starting to open up, inhale. Exhale, press down, hover right knee off the ground. This time, if you want to, kick right leg straight into the air. Hold this for 3, for 2, And one, bend both knees, back away from the right hand, downward facing dog, we meet there. Beautiful. Inhaling, moving forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Now 2 normal cobras. Find your rhythm, find your breath, find your style and expression. Let this be a nice way to kind of let any stagnation move through the spine, out of the body. The next time, the 3rd cobra, you come up, you're gonna stay there. You're gonna slide your hands closer to yourself, and again beside your waist. You're gonna tuck the toes, inhale, charge, and then exhale, press into the hands to lift up. Unraveling, upward dog. Micro bend to the elbows, holding, 1 inhale. Exhale, downward, facing dog. Bend through the knees, gaze forward, top of the mat, inhale. And then exhale, step forward between your hands. Feel the ground underneath you. Inhaling, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, bow, forward fold. Nice. Take 2 more breaths, just folding, releasing. You can move or be still. Find your own style here. So every moment that we spend a longer time somewhere, it's a great window for you to feel deeper. Next, inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, weight into your right foot, hover left foot off the mat. Pause, feel. Next, inhale, slide the left leg out back behind you. Walk the hands a little bit forward, bend through the standing leg and press the right heel down, down, down. And then pulsate left heel for 8, 7, 6 minute pulses. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot down, lower left knee, inhale, unravel, low lunge. Squeeze inner thighs, lift the arms up towards sky. Then exhale, palms together, bend through the elbows, and allow yourself to glide the hips a little bit forward. Still, though, pressing left outer hip forward, right outer hip back. Beautiful. One more inhale. Then exhale, start to stretch right leg straight-ish. Lift the ball of the right foot. Bring the hands down under shoulders. 1 big inhale here. And then exhale, fold in a little bit deeper. Spend a little bit of time to wiggle, wobble. Meet whatever you're meeting with full presence. No expectations of what might come, what might not come. The next inhale, you're gonna lift halfway and then slide your hips a little bit back. This might give you a little bit more space for the heel lifting play. You're gonna press into your hands, round the upper back a little bit, and then see if you can hover right heel for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bend the right knee forward and up we go. High lunge, lift the left knee. Hold 1 round of breath. Sink in a little bit deeper maybe, find more space. Arms are free to express whatever. And then downward, facing dog. Slowly step back. Beautiful. Inhale, around and roll forward, high plank. Exhale, we're gonna lower again, down to the belly. Halfway lift, or cobra. Inhale, and exhale, you're gonna lower down. It's like when I do this with you, it gets very intense sometimes for my brain. I'm gonna do 1 more normal cobra, lifting. Rolling it down. The next time you're gonna stay up. Inhale. Tuck the toes, slide the hands a little bit further back, and then as you exhale, press up, upward dog. Beautiful. Slight micro bend into the elbows. Notice what happens in the arm muscles when you do that. And then downward facing dog. Bend through the knees, gaze forward, top of the mat. And then exhale, step. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and chill. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, plant the palms again down. Right foot hovers off the mat. Hold one inhale. Exhale, kick it out, back behind you. Now bring your right fingertips underneath your right shoulder. Gaze back and point all of your right toes straight down. You can really bend through the standing leg, pressing your left heel down. And then start to open up through your left arm. So there's a lot of things happening here. I'm gonna hold this, feel. Beautiful. Hug the upper inner thighs in towards one another. One more inhale. And then exhale, right foot towards the back of the mat. Right hand comes with you down. We're gonna keep the twist lowering your right knee down to reverse it. So right arm travels forward, up, and over. One big inhale. You're doing great. And then exhale, see if you can hook your right elbow over the left. Meet the hands together in front of the heart and lift the back knee off of the mat. Press your left heel into the mat. Beautiful. We're gonna just hold, feel. Where can you create space? Where is there stagnation? Beautiful. Next, inhale, high lunge. Lift your torso and arms, find freedom. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Sorry, three-legged dog, left leg. Out, back behind you, bend through the knee and open up from the pelvis. You're doing so good. You can air that out, maybe give yourself one circle in the left knee or two. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift your right heel. Exhale, lower right knee to hover off of the mat for 3 and 2, 1. Right shin bone out to the right, open through the left side body, left leg into the air this time. Hold. Big inhale. Exhale, kick left heel, left glute, and grab hold of the ankle. Pause here. Really press pubic bone to sternum so that you feel your core activate first. And then kick your foot into your hand and spiral more open. Beautiful. Last inhale. Exhale, left foot comes down to the back of the mat, left arm opens, hold this, or lift the right knee, hold this, or kick right leg straight, play with that. Beautiful, holding, feel all of it, squeeze inner thighs, and then exhale, left hand comes down, you're gonna step right foot back forward, top of the mat. Good, now listen. Plant the left fingertips down and spiral open to the right. Open arm twist. Then as you exhale, gaze down, heel toe, your right foot out, and then bring your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Good. Now from here, you're gonna round your back a little bit. Lift up high, also to the back tippy toes. And then see if you can lift the ball of the right foot. Sorry, not the ball, but the heel of the right foot. So you're on your right tippy toes here. You're pressing the inner right knee to your right shoulder. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, you bend the right knee deeper. So you're pressing your right knee into the right upper arm, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Plank pose, stabilize. Lower all the way down for 3. And 2, and 1. 2 normal cobras. Find your flow. Inhale. And exhale, letting it go. Good, continue. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, moving it through. Beautiful. Last one, inhale. You're gonna come up and stay. Tuck the toes. Exhale, slide the hands back, press down, lift up. Upward dog. 1 inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slight bend to the knees. Gaze forward, top of the mat. And then exhale, step forward between your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. One more like this. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fingertips down. Left foot lifts to hover off the mat. Glide it back, parallel to the floor. Walk your hands under the shoulders. You're going to start to set up for the twist. So really hug the upper inner thighs in towards one another. Left hand is under left shoulder. You could use a block here also. You're going to start to open up through the right arm. You might even gaze to your right fingers. Beautiful. Hold this. One more inhale. And then gracefully place left foot down, lower left knee. We're going to reverse left arm forward, up and over. Maybe right hand down to the left shin bone. Hold here, inhale. And then exhale, left elbow over the right knee. Hands together in front of the heart. Lift the back knee off the mat and just pause. Feel pressing everything down into your right heel. So there's a lot going on in your right glute. You're doing so good. So good. 2 more breaths. Pausing, feel all of it. Right glute is working a lot. All right, next inhale. High lunge. And exhale, 3-legged dog, hands down, right leg into the air. It feels so good. Air it out. Give yourself a little bit of a circle. Good. Or 2. And then when you're ready, inhale, left heel lift. Exhale, lower left knee down to the floor for 3 and 2 and 1. Turn the left shin bone out, open through the right side body. Find air, find space. Good. Exhale, bend through the right knee. Grab hold of the ankle behind you and kick into your hand to open and broaden through the chest more. Big breath. Squeeze shoulder blades in towards one another. Then slowly let that go. Right foot down to the mat. Lift the left knee. Maybe even kicking left leg into the air. Squeeze the inner thighs. Beautiful. Holding 3. Holding 2. Holding 1. Bend both knees. Right hand down. Step left foot through. Right fingertip stays down. You're going to spiral open to the left. 1 big inhale. And the next exhale, gaze down. Heel toe the left foot out, out, out. Place both of your hands down on the inside of your left foot. Now around the upper back. Find presence first. Good. Then lift the left heel. Stay here or bend the left knee so you're pressing left knee into the left upper arm. We hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High plank. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, lower down. And we halfway lift, not. We cobra. Inhale. And we exhale, lower. One more like this. Inhale, lifting cobra. And exhale, lowering. This time, inhale, lift cobra, stay. And instead of going up to upward dog, we're going to press back, hips to heels, child's pose. And in your child, turn your palms up. Feel. It's almost like this offering of being open, receiving when you turn the palms up. Listening to the space around you with your palms. Next inhale, you're going to start to round up to be seated. We're going to go into a little bit more play, and then you're done. So sit back over to one side, bring your legs out in front of you. You're going to bend to the right knee, Gonna step the right foot over the left. Then arms lift up high, first inhale. Then exhale, reach for your left foot with your right hand and see if you can grab hold of the outer edge of the left foot. If this is not possible, you're gonna stay somewhere halfway and just watch me and chill or skip this part completely. If you are there, pause for a moment and plug the right arm bone back into the right shoulder socket. Left forearm is gonna come down. It's turning more to your own left. Now from here, see if you can shift your weight into your left forearm, press into the ground underneath you with your right foot and left forearm, and then see if you can lift your hips off the ground to hover, and just feeling this. Maybe closing down the eyes. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale, lowering with a badunk or graceful. Beautiful. Both legs straight. Big inhale, let that go. Exhale, fold for a moment. Micro bend or bend the knees a lot so you can soften the whole spine. And we're gonna go to the other side. Lift up first, inhale. And I'm gonna just move to face the other direction so that you can see me better. Once you're ready, bend through the left knee and then step left foot over the right. Feel your sitting bones first and see if you need to adjust yourself. Arms up, inhale. As you exhale, grab hold of the outer edge of the right foot with your left hand. Pause here. Or right forearm comes down. It's turning to your own right. And have a little bit more space. So the right elbow shouldn't be too close for you, then it's gonna be super hard. So you're gonna have to play with that space between you and the right elbow. Okay? And then pressing down into your foundation to lift off the ground. Good, baby grasshopper. Can gaze forward or to the side, to your foot, holding. One more inhale. And then lower down. Both feet or both leg straight forward for a moment. Lift up, elongate, lengthen. And exhale, fold and grab hold of something. It could be your ankles or the outer edges of the feet. Gentle, gentle guidance to pull yourself closer to the legs. Soften through the neck. Can you open the back of the heart more? And then when you're ready, coming up. One more time, this time bend through the knees. Glide yourself a little bit forward. I'm gonna lower slowly down, rounding. So think of really pressing your sitting bones forward, or tailbone is kind of pushing under and forward so that you can round a little bit slower than you want to. One more time, all the way down. You can help with the hands. And then eventually hugging the knees into the chest like we did in the beginning. Knees out wide. Maybe happy baby if you really want to go for it. But give yourself ease, just ease. Now when you're ready, setting up for your final relaxation, Savasana. Any wiggles or wobbles that gets you there, you can give yourself touch with the hands if it feels good. With the next exhale, allow yourself to give it all away. Land closer to gravity. without losing this softness, if you want a longer Savasana, I invite you to just pause this video. I hope that you have your favorite playlist on, maybe one of mine. But if you are ready to come with me, just bring your awareness to the back of the body. Everything that is meeting with earth underneath you. And from that awareness, bring in tiny, tiny flickers of movement into your toes, maybe fingers. You can take a bigger stretch, reach your arms out behind you, or you can pull your knees into the chest, whatever feels better for you right now. Just give yourself exactly what you need. Then in your own way, starting a journey up to be seated. Starting a slow transition up to be seated. And finding a comfortable seat where you can have an erect spine. Taking a few moments to connect to your sitting bones. And placing your hands somewhere, either to your legs or your torso, so that you can feel your own touch. Just meeting your own touch. And then from that awareness, thanking yourself in any which way for coming to class today. And then when you're ready to, you can start to open your eyes and come back. And big thank you for your patience with this tiny part of the voiceover. Don't know what happened. I'll see you soon.